If you've been on YouTube lately, you've probably seen this new Roblox trend taking off like crazy, and it's leading to some insane channel growth all over the platform. This channel launched less than 5 months ago and already built an audience of over 3 million subscribers with more than 1 billion views in total. Then another creator skyrocketed to over 1 million subscribers and passed 500 million views just by posting shorts in the same style. And even smaller creators are seeing huge growth, like this one with over 500,000 subscribers and more than 300 million views in such a short time. Now what this really shows is that this isn't luck. It's a format the algorithm actively pushes right now, thanks to a mix of simple gameplay, quick storytelling, and topics people instantly relate to, which is exactly why these videos take off. But here's the thing, most tutorials only show the surface level stuff. They'll tell you use Roblox gameplay or talk about something trending, but they never explain why these videos work, how these channels structure their content, or what actually makes the algorithm push them. And that's exactly why in this video, I'm breaking everything down in a way that's simple, clear, and easy to follow, so anyone can jump in and start right away. And to make the whole workflow even easier to understand, I've split this video into 2 parts. In the first part, I'll show you how to create these Roblox videos using completely free AI tools, so you can get started without spending a single dollar. Then in the second part, we'll take things a step further, where I'll show you how to use more advanced AI tools to speed up the workflow and upgrade the overall quality. So once we walk through both parts, you'll walk away with a clear, practical roadmap for creating Roblox shorts that look clean, feel original, and genuinely have the potential to perform well. Now that the entire plan is ready, it's time to set up the channel, so let me show you exactly how it's done. To start off, we'll be using ChatGPT, so once you are in, tell it that you're creating a channel where you'll post rant-style commentary and opinions in the Roblox niche. Then ask it to generate 10 unique channel name ideas based on the Roblox theme. Below that, I've also included a few instructions that help guide the results, so make sure to copy the full prompt I'm using here. Also, you can find all of the prompts from this video inside my free Telegram channel linked in the description. And once you run the prompt, ChatGPT will give you a list of 10 channel name ideas made specifically for a Roblox-themed channel. And as you can see, they are pretty solid. So now that your list is ready, simply choose the name you like the most, since you'll need it for the next step. Now to create the description, enter the exact prompt that I'm using right here. Then look through the list of names above, copy the one you chose, and paste it into the name section of the prompt so that ChatGPT knows which one you want to use. Now, as you can see, I've built this prompt with clear instructions that help generate a description that looks professional, is SEO friendly, and includes hooks that make your channel feel more polished and well-structured. So make sure to use the entire prompt that I'm using without skipping any parts. And once you run the prompt, ChatGPT will give you a description tailored to the name you selected, and it will be written specifically for a Roblox-themed channel, which is exactly what we're aiming for. So now that you have created the name and description, copy everything from here and use it to set up your channel in the YouTube studio. First, enter your channel name, then choose a unique channel handle, and finally paste the description you created. And that's all you need for this part. But now if we scroll up, you'll notice that we are still missing the channel logo. So let me show you how to create one that really stands out. To start off, open the same ChatGPT session you used earlier, and start by telling it that you want to create an image generation prompt for a channel logo based on the channel name and description you created above. And as you can see, just like the previous prompts, I've added instructions that help guide the output, so make sure to use the exact prompt that I'm showing here. And once you run it, ChatGPT will generate a detailed logo prompt tailored to your channel name and description. So now that the prompt is ready, copy it from here and head over to a tool called Leonardo AI, which you can use for free. Inside Leonardo, start by opening the model section at the top and search for the ideogram model, which is the one that we will be using. Then, in the aspect ratio settings on the left, set the ratio to 1:1, since that's the standard logo format. After that, copy the rest of the settings that I'm using right here. Then paste your prompt into the prompt section above, and then click on the generate button to start the image generation. Now this process usually takes around 15 seconds, and once it's done, you'll see a set of 4 logo samples generated for your channel. As you can see, they include elements from the Roblox niche, include our channel name, and they fit the overall theme nicely. So once the logos are ready, choose the one you like the most and download it by clicking on the download button right here. After that, head back into the YouTube studio and upload the logo that you have created. Make sure everything is aligned properly, and if it looks good, click the done button to save it. Then, once all the details are filled out and everything is set up, don't forget to click the publish button at the top to save your changes. And with that, your channel setup is complete. So now that we've created a well-branded channel, you're ready to start the video creation process. Now the first step in the process is the actual Roblox gameplay. And since we're doing everything for free, you'll need 2 things. First, download Roblox, and second, install a screen recording recording tool. OBS is a great free tool that I can recommend. Once that's set up, open any Roblox game that includes obbies like Slap Tower or Mega Obby. This part is simple. Just play the game for a minute or two and make sure your screen recorder is running so it captures the full gameplay. And that's all you need for this step. It's quick, easy, and should only take a few minutes to complete. So now that the gameplay is ready, the next step is the script creation. And this part matters the most because a strong script is what keeps viewers watching. And instead of digging through tons of videos trying to figure out what works, I've already put together a set of prompts that guide the whole process, and you can find them in my free Telegram channel linked below. So let me show you how to use these prompts to create a script that's built in the same style as the videos that are blowing up. To start off, open a new ChatGPT session and tell it that you need 5 viral style video ideas for the Roblox rants niche. I also explained what the niche is about, since ChatGPT doesn't automatically know the exact format, mainly relatable topics like crush stories, school drama, friendships, and other situations people connect with. Then I added that for each idea, I want a title, a short storyline summary, and a strong hook. Since this prompt is built specifically for this niche, I recommend using the exact prompt I'm showing here. Once you run it, ChatGPT will give you 5 video ideas tailored to this style. Each idea includes a title, a summary, and a hook, and they're all shaped around the type of content that performs well in this niche. So now that you have your video ideas, the next step is creating the actual script. Start by telling ChatGPT that you need a Roblox rant script based on the idea you chose, and simply enter the number of that idea so it knows which one to use. I also added a limit of around 190 words, so the script stays within a good length for YouTube shorts. The rest of the prompt includes details that guide the structure, things like pacing, emotion, and a small twist to keep the story interesting. Since this prompt is a bit longer, you can grab it from my Telegram channel or pause the video and copy it from here. And once you run it, ChatGPT will generate a script tailored to the idea you selected. It includes a hook, emotional elements, and a twist at the end, which fits the storytelling style commonly used in this niche. So now that you've created the script, copy it from here and head over to a tool called 11 Labs, which we'll use to create the voiceover for free. Once you're in, start by pasting your script into the text section at the top. Next, on the right side, you'll see a variety of voices you can choose from. This part is completely up to you, so feel free to pick whichever voice you prefer. In my case, I'll be using the Adam voice since it fits the style I like. Once that's done, scroll down to the model section. You'll see 3 different models available, and I recommend using the 11v3 Alpha model because it offers solid voice quality and consistency. Now that everything is set, simply click on the Generate Speech button to create your voiceover. And now, let's take a listen to how it sounds.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush, because my heart literally dropped.
As you can see, the voiceover came out really well. And now that it's generated, you'll notice 2 different variations of the same voiceover in the section above. Just choose the one you like the most, and then download it by clicking the download button next to it. And once that's done, you're finally ready to start editing your final video. Now to edit the video, we'll use a free tool called CapCut, so go ahead and open it. Once you're in, start by importing everything you've created so far, basically the voiceover and the gameplay clip. After that, drag both of them down into the editing timeline so they're ready from the very beginning. Next, open the ratio settings and set it to 9:16, since that's the correct format for short-form videos. Then scale the gameplay to fill the entire frame by adjusting the white corners on the video. Once that's done, your project will be fully set up in the proper shorts format. From here, go through your gameplay and trim it wherever needed, so the video starts with something fun or visually interesting right away. Next, open the speed section in the menu on the right and make sure to speed up the gameplay to around 2 times. This makes the footage feel more engaging and keeps the pacing tight. Once that's done, take a look at your voiceover. You'll notice there are small gaps between certain lines, basically moments of dead space, and we want to remove those. To do that, place the editing line right where a sentence ends, use the cut tool to split it, and then drag the next section of the voiceover closer so the gap becomes smaller. Repeat this process throughout the entire voiceover. And to save some time here, I've already done it in advance, and your voiceover timeline should look similar to what you're seeing right now. So now that the voiceover is fully cleaned up, select all of the voiceover clips, then open the speed section on the right. Here, make sure to enable change audio pitch. This part is important. Above that, set the speed to around 1.2x so the voiceover feels a bit more fast-paced and matches the energy of the gameplay. Once you apply those settings, your voiceover should sound something like this.
Dropped. It said, "I've liked you for a while.
Now that we have created a voiceover in the viral style that's everywhere right now, you'll notice that all of the voice sections are separated, but don't worry, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So watch closely. Find the part of the script where the plot twist happens, basically the moment where something unexpected or dramatic kicks in, and select that section. Then open the speed menu on the right and adjust the speed to around 0.9x to add that viral suspense effect. And once you do that, it should sound something like this.
I've liked you for a while.
As you can see, the part we adjusted now has that slow, suspenseful effect, and it's really easy to create. Now you need to repeat the same process for every section of the voiceover where something dramatic or unexpected happens. And just to save time, I've already done this across the entire voiceover, so your timeline should look similar to what I have here. Once all of the key sections are adjusted, make sure to drag each clip together so there are no gaps between the voiceover segments. This step is super simple. You can follow the exact method I'm using right here and you'll be perfectly fine. So now that the entire voiceover section is ready, it's time to add the background music. To do that, open the audio tab in the menu above, and in the music section you'll find tons of tracks you can use. You can pick one from here, or upload your own track into CapCut. For this example, I'll use this one right here and drag it into the timeline below the voiceover. Once it's added, open the basic settings on the right and lower the volume to around -10 so that the music doesn't overpower the voiceover. Finally, go to the end of the timeline, select both the gameplay and the background track, and use the cut tool to trim them exactly where the voiceover ends. And with that done, all of your assets are now the same length, and now you're ready for the next step. In this step, we're going to add captions. To do that, open the text section at the top, navigate to Auto Captions, and click the Generate button. Once the process finishes, you'll see captions added across the entire video, but they look very basic, so let me show you how to improve them. First, open the animation section on the right and go into Caption Animations. Here you'll find tons of styles you can use, so choose whichever one fits your video, but for this example, I'll use this one right here. Next, to customize the captions even further, open the text menu above and go to the font section. There are many options you can use, but I'll select Arial Black because it's clean and easy to read. Finally, scroll down until you find the shadow setting and make sure to enable it. As you can see, the captions now have a subtle shadow that helps them stand out and look much more polished. So now that everything is ready, let me show you a step that's actually very important. Start by opening Pinterest and search using the keyword memes. Once you do that, you'll see tons of popular and trending memes. From here, grab around 10 memes so you have enough to cover your entire video. This part is completely up to you, so pick the ones you like the most. When your memes are ready, import them into the media section. Next, go through your video and find the first moment where you added that viral slow-mo voice effect. Then choose the meme you want to use and place it exactly at the start of that slow-mo section. After placing it, scale the image down slightly so it sits nicely in the center of the video. This gives it a clean, professional look. Once that's done, go to the point where the slow-mo voiceover section ends and cut the image right there so it only covers that specific moment. So now that you know how to add the memes, you just need to repeat the process for every slow-mo section you created earlier. This step is super simple, so I've already done it, and your timeline should look similar to what I have right here. Now that all of the images are in place, let me show you how to make the video even better. To start, open a free website called Pixabay, then go to the sound effects section. Here, search for a sound effect called Vine Boom, which is commonly used in this style of videos. Once you search it, you'll see multiple variations of the sound, and they should sound something like this. So once you find the effect you like, simply click on the download button next to it, and that's all you need for this step. Next, head back into CapCut and import the sound effect into the media section right here. Once it's imported, drag the sound effect down into your timeline and place it exactly where your first meme image appears. After that, open the audio menu on the right and lower the volume to around -10 so the effect blends nicely and isn't too loud. Now that the first sound effect is in place, the next step is easy. Just copy that same sound effect and paste it under every meme image throughout your entire timeline. Keep doing this until you reach the very end of the video. Once you're done, your timeline should look similar to mine right here. And with that, your video is basically complete. Now to export it, click the export button at the top. Then make sure to use the exact settings I'm using here since they're optimized specifically for short form quality. When everything is set, click export and your final video will be ready. So now that the video is exported, let's see how it turned out.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush because my heart literally dropped. It said,
I've liked you for a while.
Want to talk after school?
And I swear my hands were shaking so hard I almost dropped my phone. So here's the backstory. I've liked this girl since the start of the year. We barely talk, but she always smiles at me in the hallway. My best friend Mia knows
Everything about it.
like every tiny detail. So when I got that message, she screamed,
OMG, finally!
and pushed me to respond. All day, my stomach felt like it was doing backflips. I kept checking my phone every 2 minutes. But then things got weird. In class,
My crush didn't look at me once.
at lunch, she acted totally normal. No eye contact, nothing. After school, I walked up to her and said, hey.
About your message.
She looked confused and said,
What message?
my face burned. I showed her the screenshot. She just shook her head. That's when Mia whispered, I'm sorry.
It was me.
I just wanted you two to talk. I didn't know whether to cry.
Or hug her.
As you can see, the video came out really clean, and it includes all the key elements that make this style perform well. So now that the final video is ready, let me quickly show you how to upload it to YouTube the correct way. To start off, open the YouTube Studio and then upload the video you just created. Once it's uploaded, you'll notice we still need a title, but we already prepared one earlier. So head back to the ChatGPT session where you generated your video ideas and simply copy the title from the idea you selected. Then go back to YouTube Studio and paste that title into the title section, and that's pretty much it. Now that the basics are set, scroll down to the Made for Kids section and select No. Then scroll a bit further, and in the Altered Content section, also select No. Now before publishing, if we head over into the Video Check section, you can see that our video is fully monetizable and has no copyright issues. Now to post your video, head over into the Visibility tab, then set the video to Public, and finally click on the Publish button. And just like that, your video is now live and ready to start getting views. Now that you've seen how to make these videos for free, let's level up, because I found a tool that can build a full video in just minutes and cut out almost all of the manual work we've done so far. It's called VSub, so go ahead and open it. Once you're in, you'll see that VSub offers a bunch of different features, like the fake text builder, AI video generator, Reddit story creator, and many more. But the one we will be using is the Roblox rant feature, so make sure to open that one. Now, the first thing you want to do is open the settings at the top, where you can customize the voice. Here, you can add a new voice by clicking the Add Voice button, which gives you full control over voice customization. In the Voices section, you'll find plenty of voice options, and honestly, you can't really go wrong with any of them since they are all solid. Below that, you can adjust the voice speed, volume, and pitch, which are important settings, but I'll come back to those in a minute. In my case, I'll use the same Viral Atom voice we used earlier, and as you can see, that voice will already be set up for you here. But if you want to customize it further, just open it. You'll get the same full set of voice controls, and you can rename the voice if you want, though I'll leave it as is. Now that the voice is set, head over to the Content section and click on Import Script. This is where you'll add your video script, and for this example, I'll use the script we created earlier in the tutorial. Below that, you'll see the voice selector, but since I only have one voice added, I'll stick with that one. Once everything is ready, click Import, and just like that, VSub will automatically separate your script into individual lines for you. At this point, the entire layout is ready to work with. Now, if you want to make adjustments, you can edit any line directly from here, fix mistakes, remove parts, or even add new ones. I won't change anything for this tutorial, but the option is there if you need it. On the left side, you can also customize the voice for each individual text block, which is useful if you ever want multiple voices in one video. And on the right side, you can delete any line you don't need by clicking the delete button next to it. Now that everything is ready, scroll down to the bottom and click the Create Video button. After a few seconds, VSub will automatically generate the entire video for you. As you can see, the gameplay is already placed, the text is fully mapped out, and the voiceover is synced, all done instantly. With the base video ready, let me show you how to make it even better. Start by opening the voice changer feature, which lets you create custom voice presets. Click on Add Voice Changer, and VSub will create a new preset for you. Since I want to add that slow-mo style effect we used earlier, I'll leave the speed at 100%, but in the pitch settings, I'll lower the pitch to around 80% to make the voice deeper. And to keep things organized, I'll name this preset Deep so we can find it easily later. Now that we've created our voice changer preset, let me show you how to actually use it. First, select the specific word or line you want to adjust. I'll choose this one because I want that part to sound deeper. In the voice section, you'll see all of your presets, and I'll select the preset that we just made. Next, in the sound effects section, you can add built-in effects or upload your own. For this example, I'll use the viral Vine Boom effect, since VSub already includes it. On the right, you can adjust the volume of the effect. I'll set mine to around 80% so it blends nicely and isn't too loud. Below that, in the media section, you can add any images you want. You can reuse the same meme images we used earlier. Once you upload the image, simply click Save, and as you can see, it will be added directly into your video. So now that everything is set, click on the Apply Voice Changer button below, and just like that, the effect will be applied to the exact word we selected. And now, let's take a listen to how it turned out.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush because my heart
Literally.
dropped.
As you can see, we've created that slow-mo deep effect, but it's not quite there yet because we need to apply the same effect to the word right next to it. So the process is the same. I'll select that word, choose the deep voice changer preset, and leave everything else blank. Once that's set, I'll apply the changes just like before, and when it's ready, let's hear how it sounds.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush because my heart.
Literally dropped.
It said,
As you can see, it already sounds a lot better now that both words match the same style. And once you understand how to apply the voice changer to any word in the script, the rest becomes really simple. So now you just need to repeat this process for your own video. Apply the voice changer where it fits, add your meme images, and place your sound effects. This part is very straightforward, and to save some time, I've already done it for my example. I added the voice changes, the memes, and the sound effects, and it only took a few minutes since the workflow is super easy. Now that all of the elements are applied to the video, let me show you how to customize it even further. First, open the layout section. This is where you can adjust the padding for all of the media in your video. I'll set the preview to a part where a meme appears, and using the padding slider on the left, you can move the image up or down depending on the look you want. In my case, I'll set it to around 35% for a clean layout. Next, you can make the video even more engaging by adding a hook. To do that, open the hook creator on any section. Here you can enter your hook text. I'll type something simple as an example. Once you enter it, you'll see the text appear on the video instantly. You can also upload a meme image as your hook using the media upload feature. I'll add this meme right here, and as you can see, it appears on the video automatically. Then, if you want to add a sound effect, you can choose from the same effects we used earlier. For this example, I'll use the bell effect and then lower the volume to around 70% so it blends nicely. And now that the hook is fully set up, let's take a look at how it turned out.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush because my heart.
Literally dropped.
It said, I've liked you for a while. Want to talk?
As you can see, the hook came out really well and it definitely grabs attention. But in my case, I'll delete it since I want this example video to stay clean without too many interruptions. Now, to make everything look even cleaner, you can customize the captions in this section. Here, you can adjust every detail. First, you can choose the font, and there are tons of great options. This part is completely up to you, so pick the one that fits your style. Next, you can adjust the font size using the slider, and then tweak additional settings like bold, extra bold, or italic if you want to highlight certain words. You can also change the text color using the color palette and customize things like the shadow color, the shadow size, and even add a background if you prefer. Finally, you can adjust the position of the captions by changing the padding, but I usually leave it at around 15% since that placement looks the most balanced. Now that all of the settings are in place, head over to the music section on the left where you can add background music to your video. Here you can upload any track you like, and in my case, I'll upload the same one I used in the previous example. Once the track appears here, simply click on it, and it will be added to your video automatically. The only thing you need to adjust is the volume, which I recommend setting to around 25%, so it sits cleanly under the voiceover. Next, to make the video feel a bit more branded, open the tools section on the left, where you can upload your channel logo. Just use the logo you created earlier, and once it's uploaded, it will appear directly on the video. From here, you can adjust the position using the presets. I'll set mine to the bottom right corner since it keeps the video clean and unobtrusive. At the bottom, you can also adjust the size, and I usually set it to about 80%. Finally, lower the opacity to around 50% so the logo blends nicely without distracting from the content. So now that everything is set and we've customized every part of the video, it's finally time to export. To do that, simply click the download button right here. In the format settings, make sure it's set to MP4. Then in the frame rate section, I'll choose 60 frames per second, but you can use 30 frames per second if you want to save credits. Both will work. Once all the settings are ready, click the download button again, and your video will start exporting. And now that it's finished, let's take a look at how it turned out.
I knew something was off the second I opened the message from my crush because my heart.
Literally dropped.
It said, I've liked you for a while. Want to talk after school? And I swear my hands were shaking so hard I almost
Dropped my phone.
So here's the backstory. I've liked this girl since the start of the year. We barely talk, but she always smiles at me in the hallway. My best friend Mia knows.
Everything about it.
Like every tiny detail. So when I got that message, she screamed
OMG, finally.
and pushed me to respond. All day my stomach felt like it was doing.
Backflips.
I kept checking my phone every 2 minutes. But then things got weird. In class, my crush didn't look at me once. At lunch, she acted totally normal. No eye contact.
Nothing.
After school, I walked up to her and said,
Hey, about your message?
She looked confused and said, What message? My face burned. I showed her the screenshot. She just shook her head. That's when Mia whispered,
I'm sorry, and it was me.
I just wanted you two to talk. I didn't know whether to cry or hug her.
As you can see, the video came out great, especially for something that only took a few minutes to make. And since you already know the full upload process, you can post it just like you did before. So now that you've seen both ways of creating these videos, the completely free method and the faster advanced method, you need to choose the workflow that fits you best and start building your own faceless channel today. If this video helped you out, make sure to hit the like button and leave a comment. And as always, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next one.